Hi everybody. I'm in Miami, and for some reason I brought this with me. I brought it with me for you. Anyway, so we need to cover chapter 7 and 8 and the shit that I left out of the review. I'm going to cover it with Sid over here and StereoNinja, who it won't talk. She goes through 2 books plus 133 pages of telling you that, like, no one's ever kissed her and she's never liked a boy and she's never held hands with anybody, and then apparently she made out with half of America because she's going through this list of all these guys she ever made out with, and he's all pissy. What do you mean the first time? There's more than one fucker, he growls, before she ever met you? I giggle again. Why so surprised, Mr. Gray? Because you spent 2 books and 132 pages telling us that that's not what happened. That's why he's surprised, and also he's jealous of everything. So then, like, it just goes on, and like, he's all jealous about stuff, and he's asking, like, how old were you, 15? What base did he get to? Who has asked what base anybody got to that was older than, like, 16 at the outside? Right? 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 I'm asking you. Right? Yeah. So that's something adults talk about. Oh, I skipped the part with how Gia's a sexual predator. Yeah, Gia, he calls Gia a sexual predator, and he says that he doesn't like sexual predators, and she like flirted with him and brushed his arm. I don't see, that wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like really predatory, like a like, I don't understand why she's constantly penis. She's just constantly slut-shaming everybody, and that, like, even slut-shames herself, like, her subconscious, and this whole book keeps calling her a hoe, which, who says that? That's not a rapper from 1984, first of all. And second of all, you're allowed to like boys. That's a thing. I don't know. I don't know. Shit, he must be mad. Really mad. When will he learn not to overreact? Never. Never. Have you met this man? He's your husband. What else? This says, never talk about anything important. Followed by jealousy. 2 notes, 1 page. He's fucking trying to kill you. She's trying to fuck your husband, you think. Let's not talk about those things. Let's talk about pretty windows in the house. And then he says, how can you be jealous of her? Of anyone? Of all of the people that have ever existed in a book, you are the last person that gets to ask another person how they can be irrationally jealous at any point in time. You shut up. I should drink that. Oh, I wrote just 3 question marks on this, and here's why. So this is a sentence. He doesn't want her to have a job, again, because let's have this conversation 7 times. And she's explaining why she needs to have a job. She needs to have a job because if she doesn't have a job, all that would be left is a vacuous social x-ray flitting from charity function to charity function. What does that mean? What does that... A vacuous social x-ray. None of those words belong next to the word that's next to it. Social x-ray, vacuous x-ray, social... What? No. That's not... No. And then I wrote no, in capitals. Why is the sight of my husband pleasuring himself such a turn-on? Because you're not a sofa. Glad I could help. She's sucking his dick, and apparently that's fun. Until... And she actually says this. I can't say this out loud on camera. Oh my god. And very slowly, I draw my lips back so it's just my teeth. Ow. Ow. That is not how you suck a dick. That is never how you suck a dick. Where, and like the whole time I'm reading this and I'm just picturing, because then what happens after that is Christian's like, and he stops moving and he grabs her and says enough, and because it's all written like that was so sexy that he just has to fuck her immediately. And the whole time I was reading it, all I could picture was this was an actual scene from E.L. James's life, and she actually tried to do this to her husband, and he stopped her because she was killing him, and he didn't have the heart to tell her that she is horrible at sucking dick. And so she thinks that he likes it, and then that's why he starts. So that's why she wrote it like that, because there's no other explanation for why anybody would write that like that, because that's not how. No. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do this. Draw my lips back so it's just my teeth is the opposite of how to suck a dick. That is today's lesson. That is all I have. I'm Why? I can't drop this now. Help me. Help me, Ninja. Help me, Sid. This is Sid. He's a Nutcracker. We found him in Walgreens. Sid says, don't suck a dick like that. Ah! Penis! Outtakes, take one. I don't think you do takes of outtakes. That's not a thing. I forgot before, but now I just wanted to say hello to the word horror. For those of you that don't listen to the podcasts, the word horror is the co-host of Air Out My Shorts, podcast that I listen to that is associated with Total Talk Nonsense, a podcast that I have been on. And she is living here in Miami right now, and we hung out a couple times, and it was awesome, and she was so much fun, and I love her, and my liver does not love her. That was some pretty drunk times, and there will be some pictures. They will not be very appropriate, but we have them, and she was lovely and had a brilliant time, and I can't wait to see her again. And word horror, you need to come to Chicago because the rest of us are in Chicago. So come on up, eh? Because she's Canadian.